you might never find out the truth of who really is the one. Welcome to our POA podcast, and this is a very interesting topic, probably one of the biggest mystery in the world. It gets to powers of alignment, or how do we really know when she's the one? Or how can we become the one who attracts her? In order to recognize the one, we as powers of alignment men have to be well practiced in our alignment, because most of the men we don't struggle. We don't struggle to find one. In fact, there are many out there. The world is abundant. The struggle is to see clearly and to feel clearly who exactly is right. Because if the man here is still driven by need or there's lack of alignment, we are unable to see this clearly, even when the one is right in front of us. Welcome to our Powers of Alignment podcast. And most men think they haven't found that one, or maybe they are with the one right now and just still thinking, maybe there's someone else better, or maybe she can be better for me. But the truth is, you may have met her. Then again, just allow her to slip past in your life and still believing there's someone else better. Pause. So let's look and let's channel back the energy to ourselves. And when ourselves, we as men, we are not aligned and ready, how could we be able to see clearly? Because the illusion of the world is this. We were taught that when we feel something about this particular person, it is meant to be. And the chemicals of intensity was mistaken as connection. And remember, years ago when we learned about, wow, where were you? She must be the one. That moment of experience, or probably being chosen by that someone, and to feel validated, thinking that she is the one. But in reality, is this when the emotions of intensity rises, how often do we really check in with ourselves whether they are coming from a feeling of I was insecure and she made me feel wanted? I have gaps in my emotions, and she rose and triggered these emotions that I have not been really to accept for the longest time. And of course, coming from a space of neediness, but masked as confidence. And when that person we choose to be more open and vulnerable with, that person as a result gave us the validation to feel what we have not been willing to feel, and hence mistaken that experience as the one. And that the partner who makes you feel the most might not always be the right one for you. And here's the real problem here. Men misaligned often look for someone who wants them, someone who needs them, and someone who makes them feel significant. Like that applause meant so much to men who are still practicing alignment. And this is how these kind of men end up in another complicated dynamics and finding identity in someone else's instability. And in this relationship, it cannot fully form because it is skewed. And this is not finding true alignment. This is a matter of stepping into a situational gap found in that someone else. And as we shift right now to learn about and continuously practice the powers of alignment, instead of seeking and finding, we train ourselves to become and align. And that is where we don't need to go out there and really go and find the one that fills us up. By ourselves, first, we become clear in our own pursuit and direction. Our emotions, yes, we still feel what we feel, but we are stable, not being ruled by them. And there's a form of growing identity along the days and even months and years as we practice these powers of alignment. Then, as a result, POA men stop chasing for someone to like us. we start recognizing and seeing in people that are as aligned, or if not, on the journey of alignment with us. And this is what it truly matters when it comes to the next partner of yours. We will then be identifying emotional stability. And it doesn't happen over hours, days, or even weeks. Over time, over months, going through different seasons, there is consistency. The availability is clear. Not that the person is here, but emotionally somewhere else. The lack of presence that we constantly need to chase to get their attention. And even as two becoming together, as an individual, there is also a respect for our personal boundaries. And she herself possibly have her own direction that she wants to pursue in her life. And this is a matter of, just imagine, not a person running on a marathon, the other person cheering for him, but more of two persons together on this journey. And it does not have to be of the same speed, but the direction is in the same pursuit. And how much she needs you, how strong the emotion, the chemistry are, or how intense every time the experience is, a real connection with ourselves, with another partner, is not allowed. It is something that is steady. And this is where you draw the line to identify where our standards become very simple. It will be natural for us, for powers of alignment, POA men, to be proud of the partner that we are working with. When I say partners, it also could be business partners as well, working partners. And there's no secrecy here as we step into situation with clear boundary. And there wouldn't be entanglement of situations where I need to save her, she needs to save me, she needs to do this to me, I need to do this to her. And the emotional and physical investments are clear. Because if there is this partnership or relationship that we are not proud of, somewhere that's not aligned, it cannot stand the fire in the open. And somehow we know, as we set our emotional boundary, they cannot freely enter into our life as the standard we set for ourselves. And how do you know when she's right? Because it would not feel just like butterflies. There's a sense of urgency, you need to do something, or maybe even constant fear of losing that relationship. And time builds this steady, calm, and clear relationship that is consistent with time. And the key thing is this: we never progressively will find ourselves not needing to compromise, change ourselves in order to keep this relationship. Because there are many men out there who felt themselves over-giving, over-compromising, or constantly asking questions like, tell me what you want me to do and I'll change and I'll be that man for you. And as a result, that expectation for her, it becomes an invisible expectation back to you, and hence becomes two actors in a play. And guess what happens when the show is done? And if you may meet the right woman, but you are still in this space of knowing that you seek validation. And how do you know that? When someone praises you, you sense this sense of elation. And over time, you can't stand this peaceful and calm. There's always an unconscious need to chase and attract drama and intensity, and to always check on your social media or maybe constantly on your phone to see who constantly reaches out to you that makes you feel wanted. Then again, with that, you will attract another fan. And then you would always need to be that actor. And how sustainable is this relationship going to be? And it's not about luck as we evolve ourselves and grow on this path of alignment. As we are aligned, as we continue to practice this on a day-to-day basis, we stop chasing, we stop guessing, and we don't get ourselves pulled into chaos. It becomes clear, concise, and consistent, our emotions, our showing up, and even the way we think about a lot of things. And the truth is this, once you are on this path of alignment, you seek growth and progress. Before you know it, on your left and right, that partner who is on the same journey with you could be just out there alongside with you, and it is already there before you go out there and find it. My dear friends, find yourself, find your powers of alignment within you. And when you work on yourself, you will be able to identify the one that truly matters to walk together with you. With that, I'll see you soon.